Mia, where on earth are you?
What's wrong, Mom? I'm at school and my class is about to start now.
At school? Why didn't you tell me?
I have my class schedule on the refrigerator.
If you stick it on there, how can I see it? You have to tell me directly.
What are you saying, Mom? You told me to do that.
I did? Even so, you still have to tell me something before you leave.
Okay, Mom. Next time I'll tell you before I go.
Mia, why didn't you cook lunch and clean the living room before you left? What will Sarah and I eat now?
I go to school at 7 o'clock, so how can I cook lunch and clean the living room?
You study all day? Then you should wake up earlier and clean the room. You know I hate a messy house.
I can't get up earlier. I had to dry all the clothes and clean the toilet before I left.
What do you mean by that? Who cleans the living room now?
Sarah is at home. You can ask her to clean up.
How can Sarah clean the house? She has never done any housework before. You can't force her to clean up.
Don't you think now is the time for Sarah to start learning how to clean house?
No way! She doesn't know what to do. You have to go home and clean the house now. You're used to that chore anyway. I can't do that since I'm too tired.
But both of you just woke up. Why are you tired?
You asked too many questions. I asked you to go home and clean the living room. Just do as I said.
What? I can't. My class will start at 1 p.m.
Are you arguing with me? You're an adult, so you don't listen to me anymore, right?
I didn't mean that. But if I go home and clean the house, I'll be late for my class.
You can't do anything, even lunch. What will we eat now?
I told you I went to school at 7 a.m. I can't prepare lunch.
So what? Are you going to let us starve?
You two can cook for yourselves.
I don't know how to cook, neither does Sarah.
Oh my God, Mom! What about ordering food?
Ordering food? It's expensive and unhygienic. How can you eat that kind of thing?
McDonald's or Burger King?
Those fast food? No way. Do you know how many calories are in there? Do you want me and Sarah becoming fat?
Eating a little won't make you fat. Just eat it for one day.
No! We can't let Sarah eat that. She will become ugly.
What do you mean by that? I often eat fast food.
No wonder you're ugly and fat.
What? How can you say that to me? Those are hurtful words.
So what? I don't care. Right now I'm only concerned about what to eat so I don't starve to death. It's all because you didn't cook.
Because of me? Isn't it because you two are lazy and refuse to learn how to cook?
What are you talking about? We just don't want it. If we wanted to, we don't need you.
What nonsense is that? I can't accept that no matter what. You and Sarah can handle it by yourselves. Class is starting. I can't reply anymore. Goodbye.
What? Are you going to leave us like that? You ungrateful thing. Mia!
Hey, Mia, where are you at?
What do you want? I'm at school right now.
Oh, really? Not at work, huh?
No, I'm not. What are you saying? I'm at school.
Look at the window on the left.
Why are you here?
Just happened to be around, having lunch with my boyfriend. I didn't expect you to dare to lie to our mom about going to school instead of work.
I'm afraid Mom won't approve if she finds out. Please don't tell her.
Why not? She'll be furious when she learns you lied. I kinda enjoy seeing you get scolded.
Don't do that. Mom will make me quit my job. I need it to earn extra money for college.
Oh, well, that's not my concern.
What?
I don't care what you do with that money. I'll tell Mom. Let me snap a pic and send it to her as proof. Hey Mom, your daughter lied to you to get a part-time job. What do you think? How will she react? I'm so curious.
Don't do that. Please, Sarah, don't tell Mom. What do you want? I'll do my best to accommodate.
I was just messing around. You took it way too seriously. Your expressions keep changing. So amusing.
That means you won't tell Mom?
I wasn't planning to do that anyway, but since you've agreed to meet my demands, you should be at my service. In return, I won't spill the beans to Mom.
Being at your service?
You just need to be there whenever I call and do whatever I say.
I can't. I still have to work and attend school. I can't always be at your beck and call. My boss will fire me.
I don't need to know all that. Whenever I ring, you better answer. Or do you want Mom to find out you're working part-time? I'll help you lose that job real quick without info.
Fine. I'll do as you wish. I'll meet your demands, but I can't always be available when you call.
Okay, I'll try to avoid your work and study times. But if I call 3 times and you don't answer, you know what'll happen.
I understand. I'll do my best.
Very good. Now, get me 2 meals, ASAP. My boyfriend and I are starving.
What? It's really crowded. How can you cut in line like that?
You can make an exception for me. If I wait in this line for ages, I'll starve to death. Plus, it's scorching out here. What if my hair and skin get messed up?
I really can't do that.
You have to. Or do you want to lose your job?
All right, I'll get what you need. What do you both want to eat?
2 special meals? Hurry, we're famished.
Got it. Just give me a moment. Knock it off. What do you want?
Why didn't you answer your phone?
I'm working right now. I can't pick up the phone.
Whatever. When will you be back home?
My shift goes till 5 p.m.
Good. Buy me a red velvet cake on your way back. I'm seriously craving it.
If you're craving it, why don't you just go get it yourself?
I'm feeling lazy. Come on, Mia. Get the whole thing for me.
Can you even finish the whole cake?
Whether I can or not is my business. Your job is to buy it.
All right, red velvet, give me the money.
What money?
Seriously? How can I buy it if you don't give me money?
Where's your paycheck? Use that to pay for it.
My paycheck hasn't come in yet. Plus, you still owe me money for those 2 special meals from last week.
Why should I pay? You bought them.
Because you made me buy them.
So what? Ask your boss for an advance and get the cake. If you don't, I'll tell Mom.
You're way out of line.
So, are you going to pay or not?
Fine, I'll get it. Are you satisfied now?
Was that so hard? Remember to come home quickly and cook dinner.
I know that.
Oh, by the way, the store is giving away teddy bears with real diamond necklaces.
It's a lucky draw they're running. When you buy 3 or more special sets, you get a lucky draw. There are prizes like coupons and toys. But if you're really lucky, you might get a special prize, which is a teddy bear with a diamond necklace.
That's cool. I want that bear. I want that diamond necklace.
Buy a bunch of special sets and try your luck. You never know, you might win that special prize.
No way. I want it now. You're getting it for me.
Seriously? Are you for real?
Of course. Get me that bear and that diamond necklace.
Are you joking? How on earth am I supposed to get that for you?
You can access it since you work there.
The bear is kept in the manager's office. That's all I know. Employees aren't allowed in the management office. Even touching the door is forbidden.
I don't care. You can sneak in and grab it for me.
Absolutely not. I won't do that. Get that idea out of your head.
I'm not asking. I'm telling you. Go get that necklace for me. If you don't, I'll tell Mom.
What's gotten into you? That's illegal. Are you seriously asking me to commit a crime? It's the same thing.
I didn't say that. You talk too much. Whether you can keep your job is up to you. So, Mia, what's your decision?
No way. I would never engage in such a criminal act.
Fine then. I'll tell Mom. Get ready to quit your job.
Do whatever you want. I'd rather lose my job than do something illegal.
Mia, head home right now.
What? What's going on?
I don't care if you're off to school or whatever else you're up to. Get home immediately.
I can't just leave. What happened?
I never expected you to have the nerve to do this. I never thought I'd be raising a dishonest thief. How long have you been deceiving me?
What are you talking about? What lies?
You little troublemaker! Are you still pretending you don't know? How long are you going to keep lying? I've always trusted you, but I didn't see this coming. You've broken my trust.
I don't understand what nonsense you were talking about.
You stole my money.
Stealing money? Where did that come from?
I give you money for your expenses every week. Did you use some of it for something else?
I didn't do that.
I remember one time you mentioned that the prices of certain groceries had gone up, so you needed more money. I trusted you, but you stole my money.
Back then, the price of groceries did actually increase. But you didn't give me any extra money.
Good thing that I didn't. If I had done that, you could have taken even more money from me.
Mom, you've got it all wrong. I didn't steal any money. Who told you that I stole your money?
Sarah told me. She's really considerate, looking out for you like that. She doesn't want you getting into any more trouble, so she asked me to give you some advice. You should appreciate having a sister as caring as Sarah.
What? She told you that? That is a lie. She's lying.
Nonsense. Sarah never lied to me, unlike someone who was lying to their mom.
I didn't lie about anything.
Then how did you manage to buy those books? Some of them are quite advanced.
Then how did you find out about those books?
So it's true, you took the money. How much did you take? Tell me.
I didn't steal any money. I borrowed those books from my classmates.
You're a liar. Some of those books are brand new, still in the shrink wrap. It's unlikely your friends would lend you those. You better tell me the truth, Mia. Don't test my patience.
Okay, I admit that I lied about borrowing my friends' books, but I didn't steal any money.
You must have taken my money. If not, how did you afford those books?
I told you I didn't take any money.
Then how did you get it? Did you steal those? Just tell me.
No, I don't. I used money from my part-time job to buy the books.
You have a part-time job?
Yes, that's right. I've been working part-time to earn money for tuition and to buy study materials. I lied because I was afraid you'd get mad and make me quit my job. Please understand, Mom. I need the extra income to cover my expenses.
Oh, it's okay. There's nothing wrong with working part-time.
So you won't force me to quit my job? Can I keep working then?
Why would I make you quit your job? Just keep working, dear.
Thank you so much, Mom. So now I can openly go to work. The money I earn will go toward additional courses and reference books. I'm really glad you're supportive.
Who said you can use that money?
Huh? What do you mean?
You have to give me the money you earn. Hand over 90% of your salary. I'll leave you with 10% for buying books, and that should be enough.
What? That's my salary. Why should I give it to you?
Because I raised you. You eat in my house, sleep in my house, and live in my house. We've supported you. Aren't you going to give back?
That's not how it works. Parents are responsible for taking care of their children, and children often repay their parents when they're able to. While I appreciate your support, it doesn't mean I owe you money.
Are you saying you won't give me any money? You ungrateful child!
How can you say that? I worked hard for that money. I earned it so I could continue my education, not to give it away.
I don't think you need to study anymore.
What are you talking about? I want to continue my education.
Continuing to study is fine, but you should also work and earn money like you do now. If you stop going to school, you'll have extra income.
That's not reasonable. I work to support myself too.
You don't have to worry about housing expenses. With just a job, you'll have plenty of money. Give it to me, I'll manage it. There are still bills like electricity, water, and others. When you earn money, you should know how to contribute to the household expenses. Are you planning to be a permanent burden on this family?
I've already contributed by paying for my own tuition and buying my own books and supplies. I even buy my own clothes. I've saved the family a lot of money. Sarah is the one who freeloads here. She's 23 and still not working, just staying at home to eat and sleep.
How dare you say that? Show some respect for your sister. Her situation is different from yours. We can't expect her to do heavy work.
Why can't Sarah work? Her limbs are healthy. If she doesn't have any illness, how can she not go to work?
Stupid girl. Do you think you can ever get rich with a low-paying job? Your sister is attractive. She might marry a wealthy man in the future. Do you know her current boyfriend? He's the son of the president of that famous corporation. His family is very wealthy. If she marries him, our family will benefit.
Yeah, when pigs fly.
What did you say? You can't even do that, you ugly thing.
Stop saying such things. What if Sarah doesn't marry that guy?
Well, there are other men willing to spend money on her. My daughter is the best.
But I'm your daughter too. Why are you never proud of me like that? I've always been obedient and undemanding. I've always tried to show understanding so that you'd see me as a good and deserving child. But you and Dad only favor Sarah. No matter what I do, it seems like you don't care. Why is that?
Proud of what? What have you done to make me proud? You're not even my biological daughter.
What? What are you saying? I'm not your biological daughter?
That's right, Mia, you're not. We found you abandoned on the street.
Abandoned? I don't understand. How is that possible? Where are my real parents?
They left you as a child. My family showed kindness by adopting you for 20 years. You owe us gratitude.
I can't believe this. This can't be true.
It's true. Our family has allowed you to live in our house for 20 years, and you should be reasonable and contribute to the expenses. This includes accommodation, electricity, water, tuition, transportation, clothes, supplies, medical expenses, and medicine, among other things. I'll charge a low price of $200,000.
What? $200,000? You want me to pay for 20 years of living in your house?
Of course! I've spent a lot of money on you, so now you have to pay me back.
This is absolutely ridiculous. You can't expect me to pay for something so worthless. The clothes and shoes I received were just hand-me-downs from Sarah. They shouldn't be considered expenses.
Even if those clothes were originally Sarah's, they were purchased with our money. If you wear them, you should contribute to the cost.
What? It's not fair. How can you say such things just to get money from me?
Fair? If we hadn't taken you in, you might have been on the streets freezing to death. We provided you with a warm home to live in, and you should be grateful.
I've been cooking, cleaning, doing laundry, caring for all the housework. I've never asked for anything from your family. I've always tried to be a good and reasonable child. I consider you all as my family, but you treat me like an outsider, like a tenant.
Well, you're an outsider, aren't you? You're not our biological child, but we've still shown you love and care. You should repay the kindness we've shown you.
But for the past 20 years, haven't I already repaid it by doing all the housework and following your family's rules? Doesn't that count as gratitude and repayment?
Not at all. We saved you from potentially freezing to death on the streets, and that's what anyone should do for their benefactor. You're acting selfishly by only thinking about yourself.
I can't believe you'd say that to me. Mom, in these past 20 years, have you ever truly loved me?
You're not my biological daughter. My love is reserved for my biological child, Sarah. I've been kind enough to raise you, considering how pitiful you looked when we first found you abandoned.
Is that the truth?
I have no reason to lie to you. Now that you're grown up, it's time for you to take responsibility for yourself. Stop being selfish and start repaying my family.
I spent these 20 years trying to earn your love, but it was all in vain. I was chasing after an unattainable dream. It's hard to accept this reality.
I feel sorry for you, but an abandoned child can't expect much. If your own parents discarded you, who else would love you?
You're not right. There might have been reasons for what my parents did.
I don't really care either way. It's been 20 years since they abandoned you. It's too late to wonder why they did it. You need to accept that your own parents threw you away. They don't need you.
It's just hard to believe all of this is true. My entire life has been a lie. I don't even know where to begin.
First, you should start making money and pay off your debt to my family. After that, you can do whatever you want.
You're so heartless, despite me calling you my mother. Fine, I'll repay the money to your family. But once it's done, I won't owe your family anything anymore.
All right. Now, I think you should pack your things and leave the house.
What? Why do I have to do that?
Each day you stay in my house costs more money.
Are you serious? You want to kick me out, don't you?
I didn't say that, but the daily fee to stay in my house is $100.
What? You're outrageous. You're incredibly shameless.
My house, my rules. If you want to stay, you'll have to abide by them.
Greedy. Fine, I'll leave your house as you wish. I'll find somewhere else to live.
I told you, I didn't force you out, but since you've made your decision, I'll accept it.
You still act like you're being reasonable. I'm leaving right now. I don't want to spend another minute in your house.
It's up to you, Mia. Just remember to cook dinner tonight, and don't forget about the $200,000 you owe my family.
I'm well aware of it. You don't need to keep reminding me.
You freeloader. Aren't you going to pay me the remaining money?
What money? What are you talking about?
Don't play fool with me. The money you owe my family. You paid only half of it last year. You still owe $100,000.
Are you demanding money from a struggling student? I'm financially independent. So where am I supposed to find that money to repay you so quickly?
You deceitful liar. Sarah saw you posting a photo of an incredibly expensive bracelet, and that limited edition bag you're carrying doesn't come cheap. You can afford such luxuries, but you won't pay me back?
Oh, that photo. I borrowed the bag from a friend.
You're still pretending. Sarah and I recently saw you getting out of a brand new sports car and entering the most famous restaurant in town. Just the other day, I witnessed you shopping, and someone had to carry dozens of bags for you.
How did you guys find out about that?
We just happened to come across it.
So you were spying on me. A bunch of stalkers.
What are you talking about? The point is, you have money now, so why don't you pay me back? Are you still planning to clear your debt anytime soon? You even have the audacity to claim you're a broke student with no money.
I really am. I currently have no income, as I'm solely focused on my studies.
You're lying. So where did you get the funds for that car, the villa, and those luxury items? Do you have some wealthy benefactor?
No, I'm still single.
Then where is all this money coming from?
It's from my biological parents, of course.
Biological parents? Are you so desperate that you're hallucinating? Your real parents abandoned you, and you never experienced a loving family. How pitiful.
You're the one spouting nonsense.
Oh, so you're claiming you found your biological parents?
That's correct.
I bet you've got the wrong people. Those can't be your biological parents.
They are my real parents.
I'm absolutely certain they're not your biological parents.
You're spouting nonsense again. How could you possibly know? You're just saying this to deceive me.
I know for a fact.
Yeah, you liar. You know nothing.
Who are you calling a liar? I know those aren't your parents because your actual parents have gone abroad.
How do you know that?
They came looking for you last year but couldn't locate you, so they left. You'll never see them again.
You told me my parents abandoned me. You claimed you found me on the street and didn't know who my parents were. So how could you have known that they were my parents coming to find me?
You've misunderstood. I don't actually know your parents. I mean, it was just a coincidence that they came to my house.
Just a coincidence? You're even worse at lying than you were 2 years ago.
What? I never lied.
Oh, that's not true, Emily. You've lied to me so many times.
What nonsense are you talking about? I don't understand any of this.
You'll come to understand. I've already learned the truth about how you deceived me and my family.
I haven't lied to anyone. Don't slander me.
You claimed my parents abandoned me, and you didn't know my parents. But in reality, our families are very close. You and my mother were close friends since high school, continuing through college. During that time, something happened to my family, so I had to stay in Australia for a while. My mother didn't want me to suffer because of this, so she asked your family to take care of me as their own child. However, not only did you not follow your best friend's wishes, but you made me live like a servant in your home. Yet you still expect me to be grateful because you saved my life? It's absurd.
You're making all of this up. None of it is true.
My parents were the ones who shared this story with me. You can contact them to verify it.
I only kept you in the dark about your parents to help you become independent. You understand, right? Without me, how could you grow up and live independently? And it's true that I took care of you.
That's right. Thanks to you kicking me out, I can live independently. However, you still lie about many things, Emily.
I haven't done anything wrong.
So, where is the money my parents gave you as compensation for raising me? My parents said it was around $300,000. What did you do with that money?
Well, I used it to take care of you. I wanted to provide you with a good education.
Are you saying that without feeling embarrassed? You provided me with an education? You let me eat your family's leftovers, made me wear Sarah's old clothes, and use her old things. That money didn't cost a single penny.
I was just trying to save money. Raising 2 children is expensive.
You're frugal, but you still bought all sorts of expensive things for your family with the money you should have spent on me. You bought new clothes, shoes, and jewelry for your family, but didn't give me anything.
Because you were too young at the time, I bought things for Sarah to wear first, and when you grew up, you could use them.
You're incredibly thick-skinned. What audacity! But you claimed that raising me was tough, so your family's finances were in trouble.
It was really tough.
Didn't raising me actually help your family save a lot of money?
It still costs a lot of money. You ate a lot.
You should be ashamed of yourself for saying that. You know very well who is the one who eats a lot and always fights for food. You always make me give Sarah my food. Good food was reserved for Sarah. You just buy it for her. Isn't that right, Emily?
It's not like that. It's because you have a sensitive stomach, and I was worried you'd get a stomachache if you ate certain things. I was concerned about your well-being.
Hypocritical. You also claimed you were out of money, so you wouldn't let me go to college anymore. How can you lie so shamelessly?
I really did run out of money.
Liar. My parents deposited money into a separate account to cover my college expenses. What happened to that account and the money? Can you explain it to me, Emily?
What are you talking about? I don't know about any account or money.
I have evidence, so it's best if you're honest with me and stop lying.
You're lying. You're trying to deceive me.
Is that so? I think I'm intimidating you too lightly. I have the bank's transaction history. I can see every withdrawal you made. However, none of it was used for my tuition or buying books for my education. So what did you do with that money?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Come on, what's the point of lying now? I could sue you for theft. After all, it's my money and my account, but your family used it without my permission.
So what? Instead of letting someone like you use it, isn't it better to use it for my daughter?
Used for your daughter? What better way to spend that money than on a freeloader who stays at home all day? I'm really curious. Tell me how that makes sense.
My daughter is prettier than you, and she'll marry a wealthy man in the future. She will help my family become rich. So wouldn't it be a good investment?
Yeah, right. I wonder if that rich man knew that your daughter only loved him for his money. What would he do? Not only that, she also had an affair with a married man and a lot of other men. Anyway, I told them all the truth about Sarah.
You scoundrel! How dare you ruin my daughter's bright future?
Shame on you. A thief taking other people's money and using it for personal purposes, then proudly explaining how she used that? I have nothing but contempt for you.
Who are you calling a thief? I just borrowed it, and when I become rich, I'll pay it back.
Borrowing without permission is stealing. You freely used my family's money and then had the audacity to ask me to pay you money. Isn't that ironic?
No, I didn't steal anything. Besides, you stayed at my house, and I took care of you, so that money can be considered compensation.
Stealing with such a thick skin. You truly take the top prize. All the unfair treatments, lies, and insults your family has subjected me to over the past 20 years, I will make you pay for them all.
What are you going to do? You can't do anything to me.
First, I demand the return of the money your family took from mine, totaling $500,000 plus interest of about $1 million. Don't forget to repay it in full. That is a far more reasonable amount.
$1 million? Are you insane? That amount is utterly ridiculous.
You made a struggling 20-year-old student pay that same absurd amount of money.
I won't pay such a ridiculous sum.
Oh? You should pay me, Emily. Otherwise, I'll have to involve the police or take legal action against your family. I've tried to resolve this as peacefully as possible. How you choose to handle it is up to you.
What? Don't do that. Fine, I'll pay. But how can we afford such a large amount?
I'll collect a monthly debt of $50,000. Regardless of your husband's position, I believe he can manage this monthly payment.
No way. His salary is only $20,000 a month. If I repay the debt, how will my family survive?
Well, perhaps you and your daughter should find work to supplement your income. Work hard to earn money to pay off all your debts. However, with your spending habits with Sarah, I'm not entirely convinced. Maybe it's time your family learned to save money.
This can't be happening. I refuse to pay the debt.
You will have to pay. I also have this information. Your husband has been embezzling thousands of dollars from the company.
How do you know that?
I have all the evidence. I have been waiting for this day for a long time. The day I expose the entire truth about your corrupt family of thieves.
No, please don't call the police. If my husband goes to prison, our family will lose its primary source of income. How will we survive?
You don't seem surprised that your husband was stealing from the company, huh? Oh yes, you were actually encouraging him. I overheard everything when I was at your house.
It was just a momentary lapse of judgment. Please, let's work this out. We'll pay you back in full, so don't involve the authorities.
Of course, you must repay what you borrowed. However, you don't need to worry about your husband's theft. Your family will face the consequences of that. But I didn't report it to the police. Someone else beat me to it. The company director found out and reported it to the police. You reap what you sow.
No way! How did he find out?
Well, I told him.
You are devious. Why would you do that? Do you realize what you've done? You're so heartless. You're tearing my family apart.
You shattered my childhood and adulthood with your lies. That's heartless.
You wretch, I'll make you pay.
Just settle your debt and worry about your husband's fate first. Then we can consider the next steps.
Wait, you're going to send him to jail? No, don't send my husband to jail.
He's definitely going to jail. You don't want your husband to go, right?
That's correct. I don't want him in jail.
You can go to jail for him. After all, you're the one who instigated your husband to embezzle money from the company.
No, I can't go to jail.
Oh my God, Emily. You're impossible to please. If this way doesn't work and that way doesn't work either, your family will have to figure it out on their own. I'll come to collect the money on the 15th of every month. Make sure to have it ready. I'm not a patient person. Goodbye.
Wait, you can't do this to my family. Mia, I'm so sorry. Please spare me.
Subsequently, Emily's husband was incarcerated. In addition to the debt resulting from his company's theft, Emily and Sarah now toiled tirelessly from morning to night to repay their debts. They lost their grand, beautiful house to the bank and now reside in a small, cramped, one-bedroom apartment. I hope they come to understand their mistakes and not blame me. I reunited with my biological parents and uncovered the complete truth. They deeply regretted leaving me with those individuals they once trusted for 20 years. When they returned to search for me, Emily's family concocted a false story, claiming that I had fled with their savings and coerced my parents into paying compensation. Fortunately, my parents saw through the deception and embarked on a quest to find me. After over 2 decades, I finally reunited with my biological parents. I have experienced the love and care I yearned for but never dared to dream of over the past 20 years. Family love is truly magical, as it has the power to heal all the wounds we've endured. Currently, I am living a joyous life with my parents, and all my dreams have come to fruition.